Protesting is not going to change the system. Posting Black photos on profiles is not going to change the system. Keep saying Black Lives Matter is not going to change the system. That in the last 400 years, that saying these things and doing these things, the same agenda, is going to change the system. That's one. Acknowledge that first off, changing the system cannot be changed. It can be adjusted to think that you're changing it, right? Brown versus education. Look at that. Look where that got us. Look at our kids in these Western traditional schools. But we're moving forward. Things are changing for us. They swiftly wrote that in. We are not going to shift. This system ain't going to budge at all until we make them budge. And making them budge is creating our own system within the system. Demanding respect. Doing exactly what they do. But for the betterment of us. Civil rights movement. Civil rights movement. This is a human issue. Ain't no damn civil issue. It's a human issue. My human rights are being taken away from me each and every day. We over here fighting about civil? Because I want to sit next to you? I want you to prove me as being this. I want to justify that I am human and that I deserve everything that you have. I know that I deserve that plus more. Now respect me as a fucking human. Civil Rights Act, going from nigger to now people of color, the language that they use to make us believe that we're free. Are we moving in the direction that we're supposed to? Having a Black president in the forefront. These are illusions psychologically to make us believe that we're moving in the direction. They have an agenda. We're mad at them for having their agenda to continue to make sure that their legacy and their race continue to live and to not be exterminated. And we're mad at a group of white people that is making sure that they protect and preserve their race by any means necessary. By any means necessary, they will fighting if they have to, killing if they have to, stealing if they have to, confuse us mentally if they have to. By any means necessary, they will do anything they can to maintain power. And we're out here. I'm not trying to make you feel any type of way, but I'm trying to make you feel some type of way. I'm trying to make you feel the pain and the anger that I feel more towards ourselves of not having that same fight, of creating our system, of preserving our legacy, of respecting and reverencing our ancestors that has went through years and years and centuries of just enslavement. So when will our liberation come? And it's not going to come by standing in front of buildings and walking, demanding them with words to give us freedom. We have been using this same tactic every time something happens. Acknowledging that we're focusing on change, but not dismantling. The word change needs to get thrown away and buried. This is not a change movement. If we're going to use the word change, we need to be using the word change directed to us, to me, to you, to we, to us, as changing who we are mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically as an individual, as a spiritual being, as an African-centered person, African consciousness. We're functioning off of European consciousness. It's a thin line that what we feel is a simple reflection of what they feel. They are scared. They have anxiety. They have fear. They're worried. Because it takes a group of people to got to do all these things. Got to do this, got to do that, got to change up this, I got to make them do this. That's a lot of work to maintain the evilness that they are putting and inflicting on people. Oh snap, they waking up. I gotta now eliminate their leader. I gotta now do this. That's a lot of fucking work. They have to be exhausted. That their only way of maintaining power is to oppress and inflict pain and hurt and misery onto someone else. That's European consciousness. And we have European consciousness of fear, anxiety, stress, mad, rage, confused, scatteredness, right? When we have African consciousness, we're coming from a spiritual standpoint. That's my altar right there. My ancestors are carrying me through this fight. In Ifa, it says that in my tradition, that the physical, this is a marketplace on earth. Earth is a marketplace. Physically, we are visiting here. Home is heaven. So when I change my mind of thinking spiritually, on an African level, on an African consciousness, this home is not going to disturb me the way that it does. It will make me protect and preserve my energy and my spirit. They are making me, as I'm transforming into my spirituality, of growth. That I am able to live in a society like this and still maintain peace. We got the power. It's time for us to connect to it. I'm going to stop here. And have any comments or thoughts, this is the place to exchange. Again, my focus is creating a community of African consciousness. I'm trying to convert us from thinking of ourselves as a color into thinking of ourselves as gods and goddesses and queens and warriors, our value systems. So please, this is a safe place. We are all growing together. Add any comment, thoughts, and share. Ashe. And my pops, my dad wanted me to, my beloved grandmother Janetta favorite quote, "Only the strong survive." I'm going to end on that. Love, peace, and this marathon continues with me. to continue to give to you. My capacity, again, of my truth and understanding. It's time for us to start educating ourselves. Odabo, Ashe, love, my brothers and sisters.